Welcome one and all. Thank you for taking me along on your healing journey. I'm going to start off with a small analogy. I come to a stream and I get a drink of water, but for some reason this water tastes funny. So I look around, nothing here. I look downstream, nothing. I look upstream. No wonder this water tastes funny. When it comes to our bodies, I want you to think in just like streams. If something's happening upstream, most definitely you're going to feel something downstream. So when you're working on your bodies, I want you to start off at the site of pain. Work on that area, see if it resolves in a day or so. If it doesn't, come back to it and go downstream. Because we are fascially connected, I want you to take a look at the area that's attached to the site of pain. So if, let's say, you're having pain in the elbow, look at the area that's just downstream. So we're going to be looking at the forearm because it attaches into the elbow. And then I want you to also look upstream. Now when you're going upstream, I want you to look all the way to the spine. For example, let's say you have a side of the knee pain and you work on the knee itself, you work on the calves and the hamstrings or the quads, but it doesn't really resolve itself until you get to the glutes or the low back. And that's because it might have been a sciatic nerve issue that may have been pinched upon by one of those two. So that's very important, and I want you to always think in those kinds of ways. Now, let's talk about the technique. The most important element of this technique is you should feel no pain when you're doing it. If you're feeling pain, you need to adjust either the pressure or your position that you're in. When it comes to pressure, yes, we're going to be talking about 2 to 3 pounds of weight or 6 to 10 pounds of weight, but the key and rule of thumb is that if you feel the muscle vibrate, the majority of that muscle, you're good. You don't have to press any harder. Okay, let's talk about muscle activation. We're going to have 3 different ways to do this, but you only have to do it one way. Whichever way your body likes and can do it that way. So let's talk about the first one, isometric contraction. Isometric means you're not going to have to move your body, you just activate those muscles. So for example, if I want to activate my SCM muscle, I just do it. There he is. That's isometric contraction. Concentric contraction. If I want to concentrically contract this muscle, you're going to have to use its action. And its action is to do something like this. Look under there. And there he is. Resistive contraction means you're going to have to use the muscle, but when you see that it doesn't quite activate the way you want it to, you put a little resistive pressure, and then it's activated. Let's talk about how often you need to do this. I can't tell you that. Only your body can tell you that. So, pay close attention to these criteria and see which fit your situation. Aloha for now.